In this episode, we're going to talk about the correct mindset that you need to have to become a real estate investor. As a single professional, I had debt and no savings after my divorce. I always wonder how I can start investing in real estate to secure my future. I studied programs that gave me all the benefits of investing in real estate. Some claim I could start with no money, but I could not find one that gave me the practical, actionable steps I needed. As a wealth advisor, I've met people that own real estate but weren't ahead financially. They were rich, but they weren't wealthy. Then I finally realized that there was one vital component missing that makes someone become wealthy or not. And on this show, I will reveal what I found and give you the step-by-step actions to start investing in real estate and increase your wealth. My name is ARACELI'S. Let's get started. Hi friends. So mindset. Why are we going to talk about mindset? I thought that you were going to teach us how to buy properties. Yes, absolutely. But I just wanted to take a few minutes to tell you what is mindset. Why do you need to have a good mindset in order to become a real estate investor? Mindset basically is a set of beliefs that we have. And we believe that we can do some things, then we can. And sometimes we believe that we can't. And it's also true, right? I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story so you understand what the mindset comes from. Because I never really wanted to become an investor. I never did. Because my mindset when I was growing up, it was the one that to go to school, get a job, and get a good company to work for so they can give you a good pension, and then you're done. And this is not something that I just made up. It's just what I saw around me. When I went to school, that's what people wanted to do. My parents, even though my dad was a mechanic working for himself, he encouraged my sister and I to go to university, to finish a career, and to have a good employment. And I believe that all through my, on my 30s, when I got divorced and I saw that there's not a fairy tale. Then I went through different job transitions and I saw at that time, and I understood that the job security is no longer there no matter what it is. And sometimes it has nothing to do with you personally, but it is the way the economy is going. So when I started looking at my finances and become a wealth advisor, I understood that there was something that I wasn't doing. And that was, I wasn't concentrating on growing my assets. And that is because the mindset that I had was completely different. I just wanted to work for a company that will take care of me. And that no longer exists. So what I did, I started to take charge of my own financial future. First of all, by becoming a business owner. That is a huge transition to make, for sure. If you have been an employee your entire life, it takes a while to figure that one out. But I did it. And yes, I struggled a lot at the beginning, but I did it. And now I'm trying to bring some knowledge to you so you can understand why when I became an investor, also it's a transition because it's completely different. Your mindset has to change. And basically there's two different types of mindsets. One is a fixed mindset and another one is a growth mindset. So if you have a fixed mindset, you already decided that maybe real estate cannot work for you because you fill in the blank. Don't have money, don't have experience, I'm too old, I'm too young, I have long hair. It doesn't matter what you put in there. It's just basically what you believe to be true and that you cannot move forward. The other mindset is a growth type of mindset. And that is the one that gives you an opportunity to grow into something else. So you're open to new ideas. Maybe instead of saying, no, I can't do this, maybe you can say, I'm gonna keep trying, and if I keep trying, I am gonna succeed. That is an example. But what are the right mindsets for a real estate investor? When you start doing your transactions, you will see many twists and turns. There's lots of things happening at the same time. And you have to be very resilient, and you have to be very open to understand and to grow as you go along. But I think there's a few things that you may want to think about when becoming a real estate investor. So one of the things that I consider to be the best real estate mindset is, number one, do not dwell on your mistakes. We're all gonna make mistakes. That is completely unavoidable. Now, the type of mistake that you make, of course, you can mitigate that by having some coaching, by having some people to help you understand how to analyze the property and so on. So you can mitigate that for sure. But we always make mistakes. You cannot say, you know what, oh, I should have started investing 10 years ago. Well, we all should have, but we didn't. I didn't start investing until I was in my 40s. It took me almost 10 years to kind of change my mind and to figure out how to get in the market, how to do all these transactions. But it all starts with the mindset. So I do encourage you, if you're thinking about going into real estate, to think, how do you want to approach your real estate business? With a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? So as I said, the first one is do not dwell on your mistakes. The second one is probably the most damaging for people, is to compare yourself to somebody else. If you see that you know people around you that are the same age and they have 2 or 3 properties, well, of course you want to have as much as you can at any point in time. But if you're not at the same rate, do not compare to them, because that does not mean anything at all. You have to be better than yourself. If you're better today than you were yesterday, you are winning. So please do not compare. It's like it sucks the joy out of everything. So don't do that. Number 3 mindset is learn to control what you can. There is no possible way that we know what the market is going to do, what interest rates are going to be. We don't know what is going to happen. The only thing that you can control is how many properties you analyze, how many offers you make, and how many contractors you make in order to get better deals. That's the only thing that you can control. At any point in time, in the past or the future, there's always going to be up and downs. So that is nothing that we can control, but we can control how we do our transactions and how many transactions we do. Number 4 is be decisive and diligent. We have lots of analysis paralysis, right? People continue to look at the deal and they look at this way and that way, right? Sometimes you need to kind of act quickly, and that's why in my course I teach very quickly a way to analyze a property so you don't waste a lot of time doing a lot of due diligence. However, due diligence, you have to do it quickly, and if you're going to place offers, you need to do them quickly as well. You have to be ready and just act, do your due diligence, and go for it. The next one is to be open to the advice and criticism. So if somebody is telling you that maybe you need to do something else, take a look at it, be open, right? And just accept and take a look at this as maybe they are right, because you have an opportunity there to grow. And the last one is basically to be proud of the services that you provide. When I first started investing in the US, I had a property manager that was in charge of getting tenants and doing repairs in the house. The first 2 properties that I got, they were in areas that were not so good, but I still expected to have something that it was practical and usable by the consumer, in this case, the renters. And the property manager was not performing the task the way that I would deem acceptable. So we ended up parting ways because his goals weren't meeting my goals, and I didn't expect to have a huge amount of finishes, but I wanted to have something practical and usable for the renter. The way that I always see it is, if I cannot live in that apartment, then it's not deemed acceptable. So you have to be proud of the services that you provide. The same if you're doing flips. What are the finishes that you need to provide for people to be comfortable to live in and so you can sell the house quickly? Cutting corners is never the way to go. So that is some of the mindsets that I have seen and that they have served me well during my career as a real estate investor. So I hope this helps, and that if you have any questions, please let me know. Put in the comment if I missed something, or if you want to know more about how to start investing in real estate. Until the next one. Thank you for being here on the show. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when there are more shows available. And if you would like to have more information on how to start investing in real estate, please visit my website at www.aracelihernandez.com. Thank you.